Okay, here's Kerry Cassidy again, Project Camelot, and as you can see, as before, all of the Google ads, look at the Google ads, look at these. So, Drivel for money, I would say, Google ad money for putting nutters in front of cameras. Now, she's trying to get in touch with Eamonn Ansbro. I've done something on this Eamonn Ansbro before. He's supposedly built a machine for talking to aliens, but of course you can't just switch it on and do that. It relies on you consciously connecting with the machine. Now, I think this is quite amusing because here's Kerry trying to get hold of Eamonn on YouTube's live link, I think it's called. I've never actually done this, but I do watch channels that do this all the time, and people don't seem to have any trouble with it.
Project Camelot. I'm actually trying to locate my guest, Eamonn Ansbro. I don't know if there was a confusion in the time or the date. He lives in Ireland, so there's always a chance that there was a disconnect somehow. Anyway, if you don't mind standing by, what I thought I'd do is just take questions from the chat while we're waiting, and then we'll see if he shows up. I have sent out some sort of emails to see if I can get other people that know them to see if we can get them to come online. His wife as well. Oh, okay, maybe here he is. Okay, hold on.
Now remember, this is a guy that claims to be able to communicate with aliens. He's having a lot of trouble communicating with Kerry Cassidy.
Hello? Oh, hi, Eamonn. How are you? Okay, I guess you can't hear me. Hi, Eamonn?
Convincing, isn't it? I guess it's a guy that can communicate with extraterrestrial civilizations, and he's having trouble communicating with Kerry Cassidy.
Hi, I guess I thought I heard you for a moment there, but I'm not hearing you now, and your also video is sideways. If you can hear me, maybe you could go on Skype. That would be easier if you have Skype. Do you have Skype? Okay, so we're having some strange difficulties here. Eamonn, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Nod your head if you can hear me, because I can't hear you.
Can you imagine an extraterrestrial civilization saying, "Yeah, I can't quite hear you, Eamonn. Can you nod your head if you could hear us?"
Okay, great. So are you able to go onto Skype? Because this isn't working. Your video is sideways, in case you didn't notice. Okay, so if you could hang up here and go onto Skype. My Skype is Snow Jaguar.
Yeah, you can imagine the ETs, can't you? Yeah, hang up, Eamonn. Hang up. We'll call you back.
If you just add me or send me an invitation, I can add you. Is that okay? Nod your head if that's okay. Is that okay? Okay, so I'll see you on Skype, okay?
Now, ET, of course, won't have that option. They probably don't have Skype, and if they did, it would probably operate at normal, the normal light speed, the speed of radio waves, that sort of stuff. So I think Eamonn would be long dead before they were able to reconnect.
Hopefully. And call me back here if you can't get on Skype. I guess we'll just use you with video sideways, unless you can correct that somehow at your end, because I don't have control of that. Okay. All right, so I guess he is here, just a couple of minutes late, and I'm not sure what is going to happen here. Maybe he will get onto Skype. I hope that he is able to. Sometimes Skype is a little neurotic, and difficult to deal with, as you may know. So
a software-based system being neurotic. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm not going to persevere with this. This is just I just thought I'd do this very quickly because I was falling about laughing. I was watching that Simon Parkes thing I did again just to make sure that it loaded properly, and this banner came up next to the video. I'm not subscribed to the Camelot channel, and Eamonn Ansbro, and I thought, oh well, I do recall this guy. I do recording waving or showing us his PVC tubes with the coils round of. So you could see the thing for $100 million in his backyard in Ireland. Of course, you couldn't see it working, but you could stand in his backyard and look at these PVC pipes with some copper wire wound around them for $100 million. It's ridiculous. And I just fell about laughing when she's trying to connect with Eamonn, and he can't connect with Kerry Cassidy. Using tried and tested methods of communication. So what chance would he actually have of communicating with aliens using a revolutionary technology that, of course, works on a principle that does not exist? Okay, I'll lead this. This will join to another clip. It's going to be a very short one, this, and I think that's going to be that for Eamonn Ansbro. It's another guy that's not worth bothering with. Okay, now here's Eamonn Ansbro. Now, I've done a little bit on Eamonn before. Now, I'm just going to record a little clip here, and I'll probably use it in a video somewhere, so it might sound a little bit disjointed, but I think you'll get the gist of it.
And then once second machine, then we're in a very good position for validation, because in the SETI arena, you can't just rely on one machine. There needs...
Yeah, he's talking about building a device for communicating with aliens. Now, I did a video on this guy, I think it was last year, where he showed a couple of bits of PVC tube with some copper wire wound around it and said this device is, you can communicate with aliens. And then, of course, there was a consciousness aspect to it. You had to consciously connect to the machine. And it's rubbish. It's rubbish, basically. It's just not worth listening to.
Be two of them in two different locations geographically, and if we can both pick up the signal at the same time, then we've actually cracked it. We then have our first contact then.
Okay, I might have had the wrong idea, but I thought you had something going on in Australia, something going on in Britain, and then something going on in Ireland. So you don't have 3 locations, you have 2?
No, I'll just clarify that for you. In that interview with you back in mid-September, I think it was, of last year, I mentioned that we had to test out 2 small machines, so to speak. These weren't the proper big ones that we're using at the moment. This was to test out the speed or the velocity. And we actually achieved 10 to the 5th C. In other words, 10,000 times the speed of light.
Now, if that was true, he would get a Nobel Prize. So I think you can put a line through Mr Ansbro, whatever his name is. This is just twaddle. He's building a second machine because his first machine was quite successful, yet there's no evidence of him talking to aliens, communicating with an alien civilization. Again, if he'd actually done that, he would have got a Nobel Prize. So yeah, I'll put a line through Mr Ansbro. So just another Project Camelot. You can see all the little, as with the previous video, you can see all the little yellow dots here, all the commercials that Kerry Cassidy runs on this channel. It's just a Google Ads grab. So yeah, put a line through Mr Ansbro. It's just not worth it. You're never going to see him demonstrating his machine. Yeah, it's just twaddle. I'd drop this in the same basket as the free energy nutters. It's just not real. And as I think I'll put a clip in before this one, as I showed earlier, Kerry Cassidy said that she's got an update on his quantum experiment with Eamonn Ansbro. When she's talking to him live, and he couldn't even communicate with Kerry Cassidy on YouTube, YouTube Live Link or whatever it's called, and he couldn't get the Skype working. So what's the chances of him being able to communicate with aliens? Really, get a grip. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.